playing it cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Chasing that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make a kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. The bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Bad guys do real shit, no one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always on the profit. Fast cars, big dreams, living on the edge. Haters talking trash, but we ain't even faced. Just rebels with the cars, breaking all the rules. Bosses in the game, always playing it cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Chasing that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make a kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. A bad boy fell. chasing that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make the kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. Running this city, ain't nobody in our way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. Running this city, ain't nobody in our way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. Running this city,
Viewer discretion time.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, heel faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes, and what are we talking about, Draven?
We are going to take a little trip down memory lane. We're going to kind of have a conversation about John Cena's heel run from the time of January of this year all the way up to current standards. And we're just going to break it down. We're going to have a conversation, go back and forth, and see how we feel about it.
All right, so analyzing the John Cena heel run as only we can, and we will be right back to do it.
Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right, how you doing, Draven?
First, I need to apologize because that was the worst Paul Heyman impersonation of John Cena's theme music I have ever done. So I apologize. I ain't gonna lie, dude. It's been a very, very taskful weekend.
Has it?
It is. So I do apologize if I'm a little low on the energy. I'm sure I'll pick up as we go along. But Elway, quit doing jumping jacks. I ain't in the mood for that shit right now. But for the most part, I'm okay. How are you doing, my guy?
Doing all right. Hey, Johnny. Doing all right. It's been a decent weekend for me. Not a whole lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way I like it.
Bitch.
Daddy works hard.
Yeah, daddy does work hard. Both daddies do.
Mm-hmm. So, one Jonathan Cena.
I thought you was gonna break out middle names.
I don't know his middle name.
Cornelius.
Cornelius. It was something pretentious like that. Absolutely.
Oh, shit. But yes, John Cena. And I had this thought going into Fantasy Wars when we recorded Thursday night. The original concept, and we're going to get to the original concept, was the pros and cons of two-night pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But as we sometimes do, because it's live, we kind of miss the ball on some things. But I felt now's the time to kind of go over in its entirety this John Cena heel run, considering we just came fresh off the babyface turn and the pay-per-view match where he lost the title. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start at Raw Netflix.
All right.
That was classic babyface John Cena.
Classic.
Nothing more than him announcing himself for the Royal Rumble, announcing his plans for a 17th world title opportunity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I went back and watched his promo. I don't know if you did. I didn't see any indication of any heel turn.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
This felt just like a
Normal Cena.
Yep, normal Cena. But it's as we progressed, we started seeing little hints here and there. Let's skip to the Royal Rumble.
What up, James?
Let's skip to the final two of the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Jey Uso, John Cena. We were here. We were watching it. We were live. We were reviewing it. and we were both John Cena's winning this.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
there's
When
no
it got
doubt,
down to the two of them, there
there's
was no doubt.
But then Jay pushed him off the apron, and I think that is where just the sliver of thought of maybe having John turn heel. Now, I don't know if you finished watching Unreal on Netflix. I did. The actual thought process of the heel turn was a little further along than Royal Rumble. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, before everything actually got the ball rolling on that.
Right.
But going back and watching that, I kind of saw it a little bit.
Did you?
Yes, just the look in his eye of how the fuck did I mess this up, and then the post show, the conference, where instead of saying he's going to earn an opportunity for Elimination Chamber, he's pulling seniority, he's pulling rank,
Yeah.
saying, I've worked for this business long enough to say I'm going into the Elimination Chamber, which I was like, that don't sound like John.
Yeah. That was my first little indication.
That felt a little off.
Yeah.
But we let it slide.
Hold on a second.
Yep.
What up, Thomas? What up, Brandon? Ralph? Frank? Michael? Good to see everybody.
So we move on from that. And we get towards Elimination Chamber. I don't remember too much happening as far as the build-up for John Cena being there, other than the fact he announced himself at the post-show conference.
Well, there was a lot of backlash from the wrestlers, like especially CM Punk. Remember, he had a couple of promos digging into him about just saying he was going to be in the Elimination Chamber.
But I'm talking about as far as him actually showing up on television and actually, doing anything.
Yeah.
Promos, backstage, anything.
Right.
Nothing was really done. And he shows up at Elimination Chamber. And this is the night everything changed. Let's get to the final three. It was Seth Rollins. It was CM Punk.
John Cena.
It was John Cena.
John Cena.
And when I pretty much confirmed it with myself this was going to happen, was the final sequence of the match. So for anybody trying to figure it out, CM Punk just pinned Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Cena and Punk went into a double down spot where Punk was hanging off the bottom rope.
Yep.
Seth curb stomped the shit out of him.
The shit out of him.
And instead of John Cena, quote unquote, doing the right thing, he took advantage
Yes.
of an opportunity and threw him in the STFU. But while doing so, screaming, I'm sorry. Little bit of remorse there, but he did what he had to do. But as soon as I saw him slap that on, instead of checking on him, making sure he was like typical John Cena stuff, I knew something was up. I knew something was happening soon. So the match ends. Punk passes out. Chamber raises. Cena's, celebrating. And then we get Cody to come out with the whole 17-minute Roman Reigns entrance. Jesus Christ. Get that done. Here comes fucking Rock. Here comes fucking Needle Dick McGee. Travis Scott.
That's his government name, by the way.
That's whatever I need it to be. So Dwayne comes out, gives Cody the opportunity to join his side. Cody says, Dwayne, go fuck yourself. And then the hug heard around the world. Cena and Cody embraced. As they embrace, Cena looks at Rock. Rock gives him the cutthroat. Dick Kick City.
Dick Kick City.
You heard.
Dick Kick Jones.
You heard the air leave that arena. Because in the first time in over 20 years, John Cena was no longer the good guy.
Yep.
But was he really? was he really the bad guy here? Because as we move along in this story, the more I look at it, the more it made sense. It's not the fact that he was the bad guy. He was just tired of the abuse.
Right. See, that's the thing, is that his heel run, he believed he was in the right the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't just a mean-spirited bastard. He was doing it for a purpose. Like, he
Yes.
felt wronged,
Yep.
and he feels he's in the right,
Yes.
acting this new persona.
Yes. So let's finish up Elimination Chamber. There is a massive fucking beatdown. Cena beats the shit out of him. Uses a fucking Rolex for fucking knuckles. Dwayne gets one good lick on him. Needle Dick McGee, Travis Scott, decided to bust a fucking eardrum with a fucking shoot shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care how it looks on fucking WWE Unreal on Netflix. You can't sit there and tell me Cody was good with that.
Yeah.
You can't fucking sit there and tell me that shit.
No way. That
No.
was a very, very corporate answer
Mhm.
to how do you feel about that slap.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't even a slap, dude. That was a closed fist to the ear.
Yeah.
And Dwayne's telling him to lay it in. No. Travis should not have touched nobody. Travis shouldn't even have been there.
Nope.
I don't care what the future plans were for Travis Scott at this point. If he's not trained, he shouldn't even been in the ring,
Not at all.
let alone in the closing segment of essentially what is the moment of the year.
Yeah.
It bastardized it. But before we move on from Elimination Chamber, let's go ahead and knock out that first commercial break, and we'll come right back into it.
All right. What up, Heel Faction? Today's day and age, internet security is of a paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
Dude, it's really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keeps your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the capital P word, and you can't because you're in one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite a steal.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month plus 3 free months. If you sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show. All right, we are back.
Yep, we are back. Premium
So-
membership? This is your plug.
Oh, yeah.
Your shameless plug.
Yeah, my
Good sir.
shameless plug. I want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. If you hit that join button right down here, we've got 2 tiers to choose from, starting at $1.99 a month. Gets all kinds of good perks on both levels. Check them out. We'd love to have you as a member.
Amen. So let's recap a little bit before we move on, and I want to get your opinion on it so far. Raw Netflix, straight babyface. Royal Rumble, I started seeing the seeds get planted in the match itself.
I
Let
didn't
alo-
see the seeds get planted. Well, I mean, you kind of had to be blind not to say that there was something weird about. Well, no, the Royal Rumble still. I didn't. I started feeling that way when he just announced himself for the Elimination Chamber.
And that's fine. But with me watching his facials and his
No, I
body
understand.
language, I was like, something's going on here.
Yeah, no, I got you.
But yeah, definitely the post-show media scrum was where the seeds truly got planted. And then, no show in the next 4 weeks going into Elimination Chamber, and then the bomb being dropped after the match, after he won.
Yeah, I mean, starting with the STF after the stomp on through the dick kick.
Mm-hmm.
It was shocking, to say the least.
I was more shocked about the finishing sequence of the match, more so than the actual turn. Because as soon as I heard Cody tell him to go fuck himself, I knew one or two things had to happen. Either the fans had to turn on Cody, which they're not going to right now at that point in time, or Cena's got to turn on the fans.
Yeah.
Because you can't go into a WrestleMania main event for the title, babyface versus babyface. There's no way. But remember, the original idea was for Cody to turn heel.
Was it?
It was. Cody shot it down. He felt it was going to hurt his image. That's where the whole idea of John turning heel happened. And John was like, this is my final run. I'll probably never get an opportunity to do this again. Why not? Let's see how it works. Now, we leave Elimination Chamber and we go into the overseas tour. We got 4 appearances?
Yeah.
Those series of promos. Masterclasses. These are the promos kids in fucking wrestling school need to go back and study on. The ultimate babyface became the ultimate heel, but in his mind, he was still the ultimate babyface. You are always the good guy in your own story, even if you are the bad guy in everybody else's.
Yep.
John Cena fucking cooked. He cooked the fans. He cooked Cody Rhodes. He cooked WWE. All the way up until Cody's retorts.
Which were equally as masterful.
Yeah, Cody definitely stepped his game up on these.
Yeah, the promos between the two of them were god tier. It was unbelievable.
Yep. And then the week of WrestleMania happened. And Cody drops him with a crossroads. And John Cena act like he died.
Goddamn sure did. That was that period of time where no matter what the finisher was, John Cena was murdered by it. Like,
yeah,
whatever he hit him with, he was out.
He died.
Yeah, man.
He could have got hit with the Cobra, and he died.
Yeah, when he got hit with that, hit Cena with a crossroads that put him down like he died.
Yes. And I remember you going on a rant about this.
Oh, yeah.
The Miz got hit with fucking 4 of them. The Miz.
It took 4 to beat The Miz, but he fucking killed John Cena with 1. Not a fucking chance.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
But that build-up was one of the best build-ups I've ever seen. It's up there with Rock Austin WrestleMania 17 as far as a build-up's concerned.
Yep.
And then we get to WrestleMania Night 2. I don't know if I was underwhelmed from this match. I felt a lot of shit was missing. I felt they took the old saying of less is more a little too literally for me. And I get this is like the first match heel John Cena's working and he's trying to like feel that vibe out. And it wasn't like a typical John Cena match, and that's fine.
Right.
But there was a lot of air in between spots. A lot of air.
Yeah.
But the thing that killed it for me, this match was okay, but this match lost everything for me. The moment Needle Dick McGee fucking came out. For no motherfucking reason.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for Travis Scott to have fucked that up.
No. The finish could have been just fine without him. And again, regardless of what the plans were for him moving forward, this made no sense because it had made more sense for fucking Dwayne to come out and do something. But Travis Scott comes out randomly for no reason, eats a fucking crossroads, which I still don't call that the fucking receipt to that potato.
No.
At all. But because of the shenanigans, we get the Never Seen 17. We get John Cena leaving his final WrestleMania main event winning the WWE Championship. And I'm good with that.
Yeah. Sure.
It's what I wanted. But, you know, John's always like, you don't deserve anything. You get what you want. Fuck you. I got what I wanted. I got John Cena leaving the show with the title.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that. It's just the shenanigans leading up to it that killed it for me. Travis Scott walking around with a busted up WWE title, calling it hardcore title. There's no fucking reason.
Nope.
Just like Dwayne walking around with the People's Championship.
No reason.
No fucking reason. This just felt like, hey, we're just trying to put eyes on Travis Scott for a future thing. And that's fine. If it made sense. But it didn't.
Mm-mm.
If you wanted eyes on him, have him go out there and fucking sing his fucking track. He had fucking time.
Yeah.
For God's sakes. But we moved from that into the Raw after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the most excited I was. Because he went out there and he cut yet another great promo. But how did the promo end? With the three most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. R-K... Oh, shit.
And that killed Cena, too.
Yep.
I don't think he's gotten up from that one.
No. He's still laying there.
Yeah.
But just how he reacted with, oh, shit. An audible, oh, shit.
Yeah.
As he's getting hit with, yeah. Beautiful. But it's that promo on SmackDown afterwards. That line of, you want to know why I didn't have any kids? Because I was too busy raising all of your kids.
I spent the 25 years raising yours.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Cena's nasty. He is.
But in 2025, we have a babyface Randy Orton facing a heel John Cena.
Bizarro world.
But, you know, that match didn't disappoint.
It did not.
You know, the past couple years, when the WWE titles defended after a WrestleMania, they kind of fall flat.
A lot of times, yeah.
This did not. This was, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, this was the best title defense of John Cena. And it's not just because I saw fucking 37 RKOs.
Right.
17 fucking AAs. Because they know each other so well, and the background between John and Randy being the yin and yang to each other. And, you know, we've used that term for Punk and Cena as well, and we'll get to that soon. But to me, it's always been Randy to Cena, Rock to Austin, Andre to Hogan.
Absolutely. Not even close.
It just upsets me we got it that soon.
Thank you, Anthony.
Because there's no way anybody's going to lose a title that soon after winning something that prestigious and that record breaking.
Mm-mm.
So we all went into that knowing Cena's going to win.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And it was great. It was a great fucking match.
Not unfortunate that Cena was going to win, but unfortunate that it was a foregone conclusion already.
Yeah, well, we've talked about this quite a bit. All the booking after Mania. And not just for John, but like for most of the shows have been questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Like this match, I could have seen in Saudi Arabia. This match would have made sense for Saudi Arabia.
Right.
I've been good with it. I would have put AJ here in this spot, and Edgar's going to fucking say what the fuck he wants. I don't give a shit. Remember, one of AJ's best matches was the pay-per-view after WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
In Paris.
Mm-hmm.
We could have relived that. Similar to how we could have relived CM Punk at Money in the Bank. And Cena finally get that win back from almost 15 years ago.
Anthony, I actually thought that he was going to keep it and lose it his last match in December. I didn't think he was going to retire champion.
No.
But I felt like he would have held the belt until his last pay-per-view.
I agree with that. And the reason being is, I guess we can skip to this part because we'll talk about it anyway. The whole Brock Lesnar return
Yeah.
came together very, very quickly, like a matter of days, if not maybe a week, or maybe even 2 weeks out max. And for that to happen, you need a babyface John Cena to go against Brock Lesnar. Period. End of story.
Absolutely.
So for all that babyface turn and everything that happened at SummerSlam moving forward, I don't think was originally in the cards. I do believe John was supposed to go on this full championship run, and he was supposed to have these classic matches with a lot of his old adversaries going into some new guys, because we got, Logan Paul coming up for this next pay-per-view.
All right.
God fucking help us. But I think the Brock Lesnar wrench threw everything off, and they had to play an audible real quick. And this is the only audible that they could think of. Now, as far as Cody winning the title, wholeheartedly, I thought Cody was going to win the title back from Cena, but I thought it was going to be the last show that he was on.
Yeah.
I don't think, publicity-wise, and we talked about this a little bit on WIW, but I didn't bring this up. Maybe because of Brock's return, they didn't want the title in that picture because of said publicity right now. Even though Brock being back is a whole nother subject for a whole nother time. I think that was a smart move, is to go ahead and put it on Cody. But to me, I don't think the original idea was put it back on Cody right then.
Yeah. Anthony says, do you think that Brock is going to be his last match as a 4-year feud, 4-month feud going into December? Or do you think, when do you think the match with Brock will be? I guess is
see, we got Clash in Paris coming up. I don't want to say it's going to be a Survivor Series because I feel like that'd be a waste.
Yeah.
I'd say probably the October pay-per-view.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Whatever one they cram after Clash in Paris.
Well, Clash in Paris is the August pay-per-view. I think they're going to have a September one and then go into the October. I think we're going to have an issue a situation to where Brock comes out after the Logan Paul match, beats the dog shit out of John Cena, and that keeps him off TV for a while. Because remember, this past SmackDown, he said he only has 11 dates left after Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
11 dates spread across basically all of August, September, October, November, and December. That's pushing it.
Yeah.
I think they ride him off TV for a month or two, have Brock go on a little tirade on Raw, SmackDown, wherever he is, have Cena make the return, make the challenge at the pay-per-view that he's working, and then it goes into the October pay-per-view.
So do you think that Brock will have a run outside of the Cena feud then?
It's inevitable, but my number one question would be with who?
Right.
There's really no one left for Brock to feud with. He's feuded with Roman. He's feuded with Seth. He's feuding with John. What other big guys are there?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you put him with one of the smaller guys, it's inevitable. It's going to be a shit match. There's only been 2 people I've seen him work smaller that's been good matches. That was Daniel Bryan. That was AJ Styles. But I don't need to see AJ Styles again, as far as Brock Lesnar is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
We're not ever going to see fucking Daniel Bryan again in a Brock Lesnar match. The only thing I can think of is they call up somebody from NXT to work Brock Lesnar. But the only guy I can think of right off the top of my head is Obafemi.
Yeah.
Or depending on how long Gunther's going to be out with his nose injury, maybe we'll finally get Gunther and Brock. But to me, that ship has passed.
Yeah,
that ship is shut sail. I
2 years ago.
I don't want to see that now.
No. Anthony thinks that Gunther will be his last match. I have heard that he wants to wrestle Gunther.
Yeah, it's been put out there that Gunther is supposedly supposed to be his last match, and that's the case, and you're going to put him in the spot of John Cena over the next 10 years. Not really digging that. I'd like to see Gunther and Cena work one time, but I don't think that should be the last match for John Cena should be the most memorable to cap off everything. And there's only one match I can think of to do that. And I know I was against this a few weeks ago, but the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. He still called himself the last real champion.
Yeah.
What if he does win against Cody Rhodes one last time in his last match, wins his 18th world title, and retires as champion the following Monday Night Raw?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't either. Out of everyone in the business that's ever come before or will probably ever come after, I think he's the only one that deserves that honor.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily to win the 18th title, but for him to retire legitimately on top of the world.
No, I can get behind that. Yeah, let's throw it to a quick ad, and let's get back to the timeline we were at.
Yep.
Before, so, I want to introduce you to our new sponsor, W's Energy Drink, Jitterless Energy Blend. W is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains zero maltodextrin, zero fillers, zero artificial colors or dyes, and no proprietary blends. The star of the show is our coffee fruit extract, which helps you focus with no jittery crash. Check out the link in the description, and for Dub Energy, use the link and you can get 10% off your order. I personally love this energy drink and recommend it to everybody. I hope you'll give it a whirl. And we are back. Want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. If you hit that join button down here, you can, there are two options to choose from, starting as low as $1.99 a month. We'd love to have you as a member.
100%, brother, 100%. All right, so back to the timeline. We left off on Randy Orton's Backlash match. What was your thoughts of that build-up as well as the match itself?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, we got the promos in this one obviously weren't Cena Cody because, you know.
But these felt a little more organic, though.
Yeah,
because
they know each other so well.
Because they played off of everything.
I liked the sneaky RKOs leading up to it. And the match itself, I thought was awesome. I had no problems with the match.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Like I said, I think this was my favorite match and the best match in this heel run.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying something considering who else is in this feud. I love the promos. Actually, I can't say I didn't like any of the promos. I loved all the promos from after Elimination Chamber, all the way up to the whole "I'm tired, I can't do SummerSlam" thing. Like that just felt that felt cringe. But other than that, everything else was fucking beautiful. I loved it. Yeah, Randy Orton was fucking great. Loved every bit of it.
I mean, they can't have a bad match.
No.
Those two cannot have a bad match.
No. And you know, it was something I was thinking about. You know, I used to dread hearing Randy Orton and John Cena's work in a pay-per-view. I used to dread it because I always thought it was the same old song and dance. But looking back now, it's one of those you don't know what you got till it's gone kind of things.
Absolutely right.
I was ignorant as fuck. Sir.
Elwood, what's this?
Why are you mopey?
Why are you sad, Elwood? Oh, Elwood just told me.
What?
Yeah, He's got a note.
Yeah, handed to me. I don't like things being handed to me by you. 6 feet. COVID. 6 feet.
Oh,
6 feet.
he just found out that I had to cancel that wrestling school transaction.
It was $5 fucking grand.
$5,000 on our company credit card.
I could have got him in Hatchet Pro for $1,500. A legitimate wrestling.
You
Yeah.
can still go to wrestling school.
Do you want to go to wrestling school? I'll call John Davis. I got you.
All right, we'll let you go to wrestling school. All right, but get.
Ungawa, get by. Shoot. Get.
God damn it. I didn't know it was so important to that boy. He's
You
over there
wash-
dancing now.
You need to wash your hands. $5,000 for wrestling school? $5,000. In the back of a hardware store. Come the fuck on.
You haven't seen him before, Thomas? That's Elwood. He does a couple things around the office for us. And
Elwood is Dark Cord's pet fucking hobo. That I'm
what he said.
vehemently against.
What
Because he smells like Bengay and depression. Every time he comes in here.
Jesus.
I can't. I fucking can't.
Oh, God help us all. But yes, he wants to go to wrestling school. Unfortunately, he got scammed and ran our credit card for $5,000 to go to wrestling school.
I want to know where he got the fucking credit card from.
He must have took it from my wallet. I don't know.
Don't let him order DoorDash.
Sorry.
You've made a monster.
Anyway, we had to cancel it, and he was really sad. So we're going to send him to wrestling school.
We may even film it just for my personal amusement. Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Thanks, Frank.
We go into Money in the Bank. Now, this is where the questionable booking happened for me. I thought the ultimate callback for this John Cena feud would be to have CM Punk and John Cena for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. Because remember, we go back to Money in the Bank 2011. This is where CM Punk won the championship, took the title, and went fucking home. Even to the point he blew a kiss goodbye to the owner of the company at that point in time. And I thought it'd have been so poetic if we reversed the fucking roles. We had Cena go over, and we had Cena blow Punk a kiss goodbye.
That would have been great.
I'd loved it. But we didn't get that.
We didn't get that.
We got a fucking tag team match. A tag team match.
Tag team match.
It was garbage. This match was garbage.
Yes, hot garbage.
How the fuck do you expect John Cena and Logan Paul to team up together and I'd be excited for this?
Yeah, no.
Was not good. And there's really nothing more to really talk about as far as this is concerned. The buildup was mostly on the other three people. It wasn't really too much on John. John showed up at the last SmackDown before the fucking pay-per-view and kind of saved it, but at the same time, I still had no interest in this.
None whatsoever.
To me, this tag team match and the match with CM Punk could have been flip-flopped.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
could have had the tag team match in Saudi Arabia, and we could have CM Punk at Money in the Bank.
Would have been much better.
Yeah. So we're going to skip this shit.
Hold on a second.
What you got?
Anthony, I don't know why it does that. That's Botrix. That's the bot moderator saying that you leveled up to, so it's nothing to worry about. What do you mean is Cena really a pro wrestler, John? Yeah.
So it really depends on your definition of what a pro wrestler is. My definition of a pro wrestler is somebody that can go out there, entertain the fans, be safe, do his job, and everybody goes home. And he's done that for 20 plus years safely. Name me one person he is injured. I'll wait.
Oh, no. Nobody.
I'll fucking wait. I'll wait here for the entire day.
Yeah,
John
just
Cena
never injured anybody.
just because he doesn't have a very flashy repertoire, like a lot of the newer generation guys do,
Yeah.
that don't mean shit. John Cena does exactly what my trainer, your trainer, and a lot of older trainers have preached. Work within your means. Or as Dusty would say, do not do shit you do not know how to do. And whether that means you have the 5 moves of doom, or you're a fucking 3 fucking move pony, don't mean shit. As long as you're fucking safe, you were selling merchandise, you were putting ass in seats, you were making money for the company that you work for, you are a fucking pro wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, John Cena's always going to be, in my top 5.
Always.
So yeah, he is a professional wrestler. Anthony, what set of matches did we like best between him and Edge or him versus Orton? I always loved Orton's.
Orton.
Hands down. Edge didn't have enough time to cook. And by the time he was really catching his own as like a main event singles guy, he got put over to SmackDown. But we had Cena versus Orton for over a decade. And it was that thing where they can stay apart, but when you need a good program, they can come back together.
100%. It's like the old version of Rhea and Liv.
Yeah.
You need it, they can always come back together.
Yep. Anthony also said he thinks that for John is more that Vince shoved him down our throats instead of building him up organically. I can see that because way back when, in the way back when machine, I did feel like he was getting forced down our throats. But in retrospectiveness, how did Austin get over with us? He was shoved down our throats. How did Rock get over? Shoved down our throats. How did Hogan get over?
Oh, God.
Shoved down our
Shoved down your
throats.
throats. And the problem is it doesn't always work because they tried that shit with babyface Roman Reigns.
2015.
And it didn't work for him.
Yeah, which we're going to be going into a whole program with that on Fantasy Wars this coming up week. Yeah, it's a lot of hit and miss, but it hit with John Cena.
Yeah.
And yeah, the best thing about pro wrestling is you can hate a babyface. You can love a heel.
Yeah.
You don't always have to acclimate to what the Fed wants you to do. And that was the good thing about John Cena, and he worked off that every week. How many times was he booed out the fucking building? But he still got everything over. He still stayed in character, and he still got his point across.
Absolutely.
Yeah. John Cena is... The
He's
mold
the
was broken.
prototype.
The mold was broken.
Yeah. I mean, he walked into that...
And that's just because he was called the prototype in OVW.
that one night stand where everyone in the building wanted to
If Cena wins Rewind.
kill him.
Yes.
And
I was one of them.
you are? Yeah, I mean, he walked in there, handled his business,
Got out.
no problems, didn't break a sweat, just out there, he did his job, and, well...
Let's see, Anthony, real quick. He thought Austin and Rock were built organically because everybody hated The Rock when he first debuted. Yeah, but once that switch happened, once Vince saw that there was money in The Rock, it was shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
Just like everything else.
He always got the most mic time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was always involved in one of the top storylines.
Yep. Always put in the main event slot. And same thing with Austin. Once that Austin 316 thing caught fire, how many segments on Raw was he every week? And it wasn't organic. That was produced.
And let's not forget that when Cena was still the heel Doctor of Thugonomics, his face turn was very organic.
Mm-hmm.
Like they started, and then when he won the U.S. title over Big Show, that was when he went over the edge as a babyface. But it slowly started. It was the Survivor Series match when he came out, when he was on the bad guy team. but every time he got tagged in, they would cheer for him, and he was like,
Survivor Series 2003.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very organic face turn for John.
Yeah. Let's see. I think people hate John because they blame him for killing ECW and taking that title. John never won the ECW title.
Mm-mm.
RVD won that title.
Yeah.
You wanna know what killed ECW? Calling that show ECW.
Yeah.
The one night stand shows, masterclass, beautifully done. And if you would have called that third brand anything other than ECW, because when you put that name on a show, you bring that stigma, you bring that level of nostalgia. And they could not do that in 2006.
They couldn't do. They were doomed from the very beginning.
Yeah.
The first match of the new ECW had a zombie in it.
Versus a drunk ass Sandman. But remember, this kind of goes back to our fantasy awards about WCW.
Mm.
And it kind of like went to a tangent with ECW being a third brand on its own. In order for ECW to coexist, they needed to evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And in my timeline, if you remember correctly, there was no Ring of Honor. There was no TNA. All of those talents got signed to the ECW brand and evolved ECW more into a more pure, strong, stylish, kind of professional wrestling and kind of moved away from needless weapons gimmicks.
Right.
ECW means extreme. ECW means no holds barred. ECW means barbed wire, blood, thumbtacks, shenanigans. And you couldn't do that on cable television in 2006.
Right.
ECW died quite simply for calling it ECW.
Yeah.
What would I have called it instead of ECW? Fuck, dude. I mean, they had the licensings to fucking WCW at the time. They had the licensings to put fucking OVW on fucking television.
Yeah.
They had the licensings to Deep South Wrestling. They had so many, not necessarily independent, but training ground companies that they could have put on TV.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. But let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's get back on this. By the way, Anthony, thank you so much for the questions and comments. I do appreciate them.
Well, let's go to a commercial real quick, and we'll come back and wrap it up.
All right.
Let me introduce you to our new sponsor, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. Check this out. They sent us this huge box of samples with all these amazing flavors. From traditional flavors like the OG and ranch, unique flavors like cinnamon churro, and my favorite, backyard barbecue.
Absolutely, man. Let's not forget the garlic parmesan, the cracked black pepper, and my personal favorite, the maple brown sugar. It is grade A, phenomenal, my guy.
So me, Draven, and Miner all sat down, went through all these flavors. Of course, we each had our favorite, but one thing we agreed on, this is an amazing brand. If you're a sunflower seed eater, you definitely need to check this out. If you're not a sunflower seed eater, you still need to check these out because they got a flavor that you like without question. Miner's favorite was dill pickle. I like the barbecue. Use the link in the description and enjoy. All right, we are back. Zach, it's Happy National S'mores Day, huh? I didn't know we had a National S'mores Day.
Dude, just give me a burnt ass marshmallow by a campfire. I don't need the graham crackers. I don't need the chocolate. Just give me the marshmallow.
I got you. Coffee is sunflower seeds.
I think he's talking about our energy drink from the previous one. Yeah, we got sponsors everywhere. Every damn where.
Not coffee. It was
It works better than coffee, though. We'll
it's
say.
energy drink powder.
But it does work better than coffee. So, let's move into Blood Money Mania 55. Baby.
Baby.
Let's talk CM Punk versus John Cena
Yes.
in 2025.
Very disappointed because they only had a 2-week build.
But
Well-
Punk and Cena got it over.
Yeah, of course. It was very, very interesting way to do it because Punk had always said he was never going to Saudi Arabia. He would never go to one of these shows in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. And John pulled his Punk card, so to speak.
And John was like, "We can do it, but we're only going to do it in Saudi Arabia." So it was like, are your convictions stronger than your professional, desires?
Yeah.
And obviously, the wannabe champion was more powerful because they had the match in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting through line of their story, was the whole Saudi Arabia thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't automatic, yeah, let's do this. This was one of those things where Punk sweated it for about a week before, confirming it. But it's how Punk came out initially.
Mm-hmm.
All business, taped up in street clothes. And he said, I have a lot of things I need to say. And whether it's with this microphone or these hands, you're going to hear everything I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
He made it personal quickly. And you made a comment on it about that first promo, about how it felt off, how he was kind of stumbling through his words.
Yeah.
I saw that as he was so pissed off at John, he was finally getting his turn to actually speak on it, that he couldn't gather himself.
I mean, sure, that could be.
That's how I took it. I didn't take it as him, forgetting lines and shit like that, because
Hey, Mark, thank you so much.
when's the last time Punk's forgot lines? It made it look like he did.
No.
Yeah. But this match was good. Not their best match. I still say that Raw in 2013
Oh, God, yes.
was the best match they had. It was better
It's
than
the
Money in the
best
Bank.
Raw match of all time.
Yes. And not just because they hit a pile driver in 2013.
No, but
It helped.
it definitely helped.
Yeah.
Definitely helped. John Cena with a power bomb. They both did shit you'd never seen them do before.
Yeah, but also remember that this was that era of John Cena where he's trying new shit. He did that weird ass half Nelson lift into the neck breaker. He was doing the springboard stunner. He was using the code red.
Right.
Like a lot of non John Cena shit.
Yeah. I think he was just trying shit out, but the springboard stunner was ahead of its time because now everyone's doing the springboard cutter.
Yeah, but that was god awful. Let's call it what it was. That looked clunky on its best day.
It definitely did.
You couldn't find me somebody that took it well.
He's not extremely athletic. Like he's obviously a gym rat. He's built. He can run. He's got good cardio, but he's not. That's why his moves are all pretty much straightforward. Is he doesn't have the coordination to be doing crazy stuff.
Correct. But this match, a lot of callbacks. Their previous matches, a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
But it was this match where you started seeing seeds planted for the turn again. Remember at the end of the match. Usually the last couple matches he's had, as far as title matches, he's either won it with a dick kick or by blasting him in the face with the title.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time you saw John hesitate on pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
And didn't read too much into it at that point because this is July. We're still 5 months out from the end of the year. But you could see that the seeds were getting planted and they were getting a little bit of water put on them. Cena went over, obviously. That whole rivalry is concluded. Per Punk, per John. That's concluded. We're never going to get that again. So that was a moment. And for that moment to include the seeds being planted for a John Cena face turn. Yeah, that still sounds weird to me saying that.
Still does.
Yeah. A John Cena face turn. It doesn't fucking roll off the tongue.
Mm-mm.
I loved it. The match with Randy was still better to me. But this one told more of the story. And to me, the story is always what entertains me more than any maneuver, any spot, any segment, anything. If you can catch me with a story, you can do a fucking headlock for 15 minutes if you can tell me a good story. And I've seen these matches.
Sure.
Chain wrestling, 15 minutes, not one punch, not one high spot. Told the whole story of the match. And them two are in a master class. And you've heard that quite a bit on this show. But I wholeheartedly
Because
believe
we're talking about John fucking Cena.
because John Cena is the master class. If there's a college for professional wrestling, he in himself is a whole semester.
Mm-hmm.
But I love this match. And of
Very
course, we get John Cena going over in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody ever loses their title in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Except Titus O'Neil and his balance.
Funniest spot in WWE history.
Dude, this still gets played.
Oh my
It gets played for all Royal Rumbles.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way,
slide
shout out
under
to
the
Braun
ring.
Strowman for being the longest reigning champion in WWE.
Well, yeah.
He's still the greatest Royal Rumble champion.
Yes, he is. God damn it. I'm just picturing fucking Titus O'Neil lumbering down the ramp. And
He wasn't lumbering that. He was sprinting.
he was running his heart out.
And he just lost it. The only thing that would have made it better is like as he's going in, he goes, as he disappears into the ring.
He is so lucky he didn't hit a vertical beam.
Oh my God.
Like if he had went like head or shoulder first into
Right?
an actual post.
You got to think. Around that area is usually where the tables are. It's where the chairs are. It's where the toolboxes, the coolers, where all that shit is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he didn't knock a fucking leprechaun out the other side.
Because there are legs of this thing that are not just the four corners.
Yep.
So
There are supports under a ring. Maybe that's what we'll do next time we go to a show and we get some footage. We'll get a time lapse video of how a ring's actually put together and what's actually like on a ring.
okay,
I think that'd be a good one for
yeah,
our
that might be
premium.
good.
So let's move on.
Indeed.
Blood Money Mania was the finals of the King of the Ring. Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes. I thought Jey was winning again. To put him back in title contention for Gunther for SummerSlam.
Yep.
That's how I saw that going. Because remember, Jey losing the title to Gunther was only because they wanted Goldberg to have a championship match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Fucking kill me. So, really screwed Jey out of his title run. And I've seen a lot of people say that his title run sucked. It was this, it was that. It was premature. They pulled the trigger on the title change too soon to accommodate something else.
Agreed.
Like if the end thing was Gunther versus Goldberg at Saturday Night's Main Event in Atlanta, like they always said it was, why the fuck did you even let Jey win it at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And I get it to have his fucking moment, but is it really his fucking moment when he's the first match of the first fucking night? When the fucking Royal Rumble winner is supposed to fucking main event WrestleMania? Not the runner-up of the Royal Rumble?
Mm-hmm. Let's not get back on that one.
My blood pressure just shot up fucking 10 points. I just felt it in my ears. So anyway, Cody Rhodes wins. He's now number one contender. We now have Cody John Part 2. And it felt like that was overshadowed because of the buildup of Saturday Night's Main Event. And Evolution. And All In. There was too much wrestling that weekend. Let's call it what it was.
Yeah.
Eggert would tell you. But because of these two WWE shows in the same weekend, put right in the middle of the build-up for WrestleMania, SummerSlam. The build-up for SummerSlam was legitimately 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. It was
Rushed.
miserable.
Oh, yeah, and it showed.
Yeah.
It showed on the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
The only real build-up was Cody John, Rhea, Naomi, Io. I think that's the only things I can really remember getting built up because the TLC felt like it came together real quickly.
It did.
The Dominic AJ Styles thing felt like it should have been on a different show because of the injury angle. I think that kind of they pulled the trigger prematurely on that one, especially with how the following Raw was. The women's tag team felt kind of rushed, like everything felt kind of rushed, and the pay-per-view itself bombed, in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
And I don't care what Dave Meltzer says. I don't care what the IWC says. I care about what I think, and what I think is Sunday night wasn't even a chore. That was a job to go through. And the only 2 matches that were half decent were the last 2 on the fucking card.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't fucking shenanigans involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, night 1 we had Gunther Punk. That was
Night
devastating.
1 was 10 times better than night 2.
Mm-hmm, but it still was dog water.
It wasn't great.
Overall.
It wasn't great.
But night 1 was definitely better than night 2.
Yeah.
And because of that, that's why I want to have that conversation next week as far as 2 night pay-per-views versus 1 night pay-per-views. This felt like too much shit got pushed in. They want this thing. And now in 2026, they want 2 night pay-per-views for like half the fucking year.
Terrible.
Killing me. And not to mention now, 2 night pay-per-views, you got to pay $30 per night.
Per night?
Per night.
Fuck that.
Exactly. Hey, Shark VPN.
Yep.
Get that shit. So anyway, we moved to SummerSlam. We moved to the contract signing between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I was very confused. John Cena comes out, and for the first time in 20 years, he's bitching about his schedule. That's not John Cena.
Mm-mm.
Babyface or heel.
Nope.
He's always been the one to put in the work. He's always the one is the first man in, last to leave.
Yep.
But you're bitching about a movie schedule and this schedule, and it's too hard. Bullshit. You expect me to believe that shit? And then to have Cody put him through a fucking table.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You just put sympathy on John Cena. You made yourself look a little heelish, but you're going in as the good guy.
Yep.
And then, what is it? A week later, 2 weeks later, John comes out and he goes like, oh, nope, never mind. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be the bad guy. I love this place.
Yeah.
And he's like,
It was a very strange. It's the strangest face turn I've ever seen.
he literally came out and was like, yeah, I'm not the bad guy anymore. I'm
Yeah,
good.
literally. That's what it was. Hey guys, I'm a good guy again. Thanks for the love.
Made no sense.
Okay. That was weird.
Yeah.
That was the strangest face turn in history.
Yeah. But because of that, we had a moment at SummerSlam. That entrance will live in infamy.
Absolutely.
Started off with the heel John Cena stuff. Lights go out, just his name on the Tron. And I felt like they could have milked that just a little bit more. Like, just have him come out with the title turned around like he normally does. Like, do the whole thing. And just, like, out of nowhere, just spin the fucking title around with the title goes around. Then the fucking graphics come, then the lights go up. Then he's like, woo, John Cena. Hey, let's run, Stu. Stu's like, fucking too old for this shit. And you see that fucking rig that Stu had on?
Yeah, man.
That motherfucker running with like 120 pounds of fucking body armor.
Yeah.
Of a
Crazy.
mech.
That dude's got to be.
He's retiring when John retires. I promise you. He's like, the John Cena run's done. Not doing this. And he got to run that long ass fucking SummerSlam ramp. Like, God damn, son. I'm sorry, Stu. Someone get him some ice for his knees.
Yes.
Get some ice for my knees because I'm feeling it. But we have this match. And the whole time I'm sitting there waiting for the turn. I'm waiting for the heel John Cena to come out, and I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it when he came up through the stage with the fucking lights and everything, and he didn't even give him a fucking attitude adjustment. That was a fuck you.
Dude,
He yeeted him.
Threw him 10 feet down the ramp. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
God, the power that man has at this
Mm-hmm.
age. Holy shit! I can't even. It's unfathomable how strong he would have been in his prime.
You want to ask Big Show?
He says he's the strongest guy he's ever been in the ring
You
with.
want to ask Mark Henry?
Does he say it too?
Yep.
Hmm.
You want to ask Brock Lesnar?
Does he say it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
John Cena is a beast.
Yeah.
Still is to this day. White as fuck, but he's still a beast.
He is a pale motherfucker.
But we get to the finish of the match with the 17 fucking crossroads, and he died.
Finally. Finally, after it's like you stabbed every part of the vampire except his heart at that point. You only got one other choice.
Yeah, you grabbed that dick and stabbed it. God, dog. But essentially, the heel run is over. It is babyface John Cena, business as usual from here on out. Cody gives him the ring. The fans are chanting, "You deserve it. Thank you, Cena." All that shit. And then the one thing I didn't ever need happen again, fucking happened again.
Here comes Brock.
Here comes fucking Brock, which needs a haircut and a trim.
This was the worst possible thing that they could do, in my opinion.
And it's like one for one, the same shot from 2012 when Brock returned the first time from UFC.
Yeah.
Whole fucking thing, right up to the only thing he got hit with was a fucking F5. Why?
Just been through a war.
Yep. And I get it. Cena made the call that he wants Brock on this retirement tour. That's fucking great, but sometimes you gotta tell a motherfucker no.
Yeah.
And the way they're building Brock up now. Did you see the fucking post show when Triple H was out there with all the fans behind him and they're chanting, "We want Cross."
And then he
He
goes,
goes,
you
wanted
want
Brock? You got Brock.
Like, bitch, that's not what we said. It
No.
doesn't even, at home, we could tell that wasn't what they said.
It was fucking horse shit. But we have babyface John Cena. The heel run's essentially over. So what is your overall thoughts?
I think they ended it too soon.
Agreed.
I think he should have turned back, but not until the end.
The double turn needed to happen. Whoever he was going to work building up until that last match had to do a double turn with him
Yeah.
to where he became the good guy and whoever he was working became the bad guy.
Yeah. But it was too quick and too early, too quick, and too
Confusing.
weirdly done. Very confusing.
Yep.
I think the heel run was great.
Yep.
I love the heel run. It's this face turn again that's left me kind of confused.
It's made me want to watch fucking WWE programming. Heel John Cena.
Yeah.
And again, he wasn't the bad guy. He was just the bad guy in your story because you didn't agree with his views.
That's right.
In 2025, Jesus Christ, how many people's like that now? If you don't agree with what I believe in, you're the bad guy.
Yep.
Beautifully done.
I
I think he kind of lost the spirit of it a little bit, moving towards the babyface run. From I'm breaking up with you, fuck that kid specifically,
that Brussels
I
kid will
spent-
never be the same.
to I spent 25 years raising all your kids. And it seems like after the Randy feud, that kind of just got swept under the rug.
Yeah.
And they were just trying to figure out how to make him annoying. And you couldn't. The fans didn't want that at that point.
Right. Damn, I would like them to check in with that Brussels kid in 10 years and let's see where he's at. If he's been in juvenile hall, if he's been in counseling.
Watch him just be walking around with a fucking chain and a fucking lock, just
An old
Doing-
Kangol hat.
just doing some fucking thugonomics here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, the fuck. What's that kid's name that Bailey fucked up? Izzy. Remember that kid Izzy? That was like the super fan of Bailey. And
Oh,
when she
yeah.
turned heel,
Yeah.
like she turned that into like her whole wrestling story.
Hmm.
Because Bailey disappointed me
Oh, is she a wrestler now?
Yeah, she's a wrestler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
She's 19. She's 19. She's trained up. She's working Florida shows, Georgia shows. Like she's on it. She's
Good for her.
she's on the road.
Good for her.
Maybe that kid's just gonna be like the John Cena version of that, because she comes out exactly how Bailey looked when she was a hugger. Same kind of gear, same kind of offense.
I got you.
What if he just came out fucking chain gang style?
I wonder what happened to Nicholas, Braun's tag team partner, the youngest tag team champion of all time.
He graduated high school.
Did
He did.
he? Good for him.
Yes.
Good for him.
He's not getting royalties.
No?
No.
All right. I think we beat this down. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I did too. As a matter of fact, this kind of gave me an idea. What if we did a Fantasy Wars and rebooked the John Cena heel turn and do the whole run? We'll come back to that. I'll put it in the notes.
Okay.
I ain't switching up what we got coming up this week because I already been working on it.
Okay.
And my brain hurts from it.
All right. Sounds good. All right. You want to do the pleasantries?
Pleasantries. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget this Tuesday night is WIW Weekend Wrestling with your boys Dark Horse, Draven Grimes, and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast. I don't feel like bashing him and his Logan Paul shit. I got to listen to that shit enough coming up this week. Do not forget this Thursday.
Fantasy Wars.
And we kind of mentioned it early on the show, but what if 2015 Roman Reigns got over and was cheered instead of booed throughout that entire run? Not going to lie, this has probably been the most difficult one.
Sounds it.
Because I'm only about halfway done, and usually by now I'm completely done. There's so many things I've had to go back and rewatch and see what could have been done differently here, what worked here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's been a task. Been a fucking task. And of course, every Sunday is the original HSP, the original Hill Shit podcast with Dark Cordz and Draven Grimes. For this coming up Sunday, we are going to do the pros and cons of 2-night pay-per-views in 2025. We may have a special guest or two coming on that one, to be determined. As always, card is subject to change. But get ready. Make sure that cup is full. Have a couple snacks with you because we're going on a ride.
All right.
And let's see. Don't forget our new show, The Booker's Table. Dark, would you like to go over that real quick?
Yes, The Booker's Table is a new podcast. What we do is we take the weekly television shows. Right now we're doing Raw and we're doing AEW Dynamite. We break them down segment by segment, tell you what we liked about them, what we didn't like about them, the good, the bad, the ugly. And we do it the first hour one day and the second hour and the overruns the next day. All you got to do is search The Booker's Table on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your
Podcast.
podcast. Hey, Kane, you've listened to it? I appreciate that, though.
Beautiful. As well as, I don't want to pull it out the bag yet, but within the next week or so, we will be having a brand new interview up on the YouTube. Be looking out for that. Some would say it's very intellectual, so to speak. All right. And make sure you follow us on all the social medias at Hill Shit Podcast. Type it in wherever you can follow us on social medias. And as well, last but not least, do not forget the merch. The merch. It's fucking gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. Unfortunately, it was laundry day for me, so I'm not wearing it. But you can get this beautiful Hill Shit Podcast t-shirt over on the members only site. That is a members only exclusive. Tells you what he's been fucking spending his money on. But you can get all Hill Shit Podcast merchandise, all Forbidden Kingdom merchandise, Dark Horse, Draven Grimes, Rip Ruiz, the Fuck Logan Paul shirt, Edgar's favorite shirt of all time, is all right down there in the Streamlabs merch site. Buy our shit. Look fucking phenomenal with it. It goes to a good cause. I'm tired. I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did. For Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
K-pop sucks.
Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm.